Yo, what's up? We're back with another episode of the No Money Spent. Today is gonna be a big one. We're gonna get our first 99. We got enough right now to collect 99 Scott Rolen, so we're gonna go over everything. We made a good amount of stubs this week. There's new content that's out, and we'll show off the collections and the players that we got in order to get 99 rolling. But let's just start off with the new stuff first, and then we'll get into the collections. We also have a few packs to open up, so we'll do all that stuff first. But as far as new stuff that's out, third inning XP path, we're working on it. I'm not really like trying to get this done as fast as possible by any means, but you do get a 91 Matt Cain card that looks all right. You know, good hit per nine, good K per nine and walk per nine is not bad. Fastball, circle change, curveball, slider, and sinker. Is there any other players in the beginning? No. There's the cornerstone guys, though. So Jim Palmer, Justin Turner, and who's this? Ralph Kiner. Yeah, Ralph Kiner right there. So Palmer actually helped us out a little bit with collections. So that's why we took Palmer, but we didn't, finish the cornerstone by any means. Third inning boss. So the bosses this time around are Bernie Williams, Eric Gagne, and Trevor Story. They're good cards, but considering we got like a 93 Willie Castro in the chase pack, it kind of puts these a little bit to shame. But we definitely want Bernie Williams. Really good against lefties. 111 clutch is really nice. They're already down to like 82 and 103K, which is crazy. So it's only been 2 days. I think there's like double XP and parallel XP going on right now. So if you try to get this done as fast as possible and sold them already, you definitely took advantage and got a big dub out of that. That's how you should approach like no money spent in a sense. Like if you're the first to get someone, you should sell it right away, because these cards, they're probably like 30K. They'll probably go down to 30K and under. So you might as well take the stubs when you can get them. Next player, Eric Gagne, great hit per nine, K per nine numbers, walk per nine is pretty solid, has the 101 clutch, really good bullpen arm, fastball, Vulcan change, splitter, slurve, and a slider. So they got rid of the curveball for a slurve. I don't know if that's going to be effective or not for this card, but Gagne is always pretty nice. And yeah, he's already going down in price too. And then you got a Trevor Story card, who again is really good against lefties, 91 clutch. So we got two batters that are pretty much good against lefties. Story also has like good defense and speed, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I really care that much for these bosses. They're still good. We'll still get them. We'll still use them. But if it's like my choice, Gagne probably stays in the lineup longer than any of these other cards. And then we definitely would take Bernie. Trevor's probably the odd man out, but that's what I think. Let me know what you guys think about the bosses. And then as always, you got the regular stuff going on too. But with double XP early on, you definitely can take advantage of that. Try to get this program done sooner. And if you can get into that looping phase, that's where some extra stubs are always made. They also made it easier because like these boss packs are less XP than what they were in the previous inning passes and stuff like that. Next thing we have, we like I said, there's the new theme guys, Cornerstone Evolutions. So we're working on Jim Palmer. We're pretty close to that one. Again, we kind of just did that. We actually just need one inning. 1 inning and 5 strikeouts. We'll get that Jim Palmer card. I don't think it's that great. He does have interesting pitch speed differentials, which could maybe be useful in higher difficulties. But we play on Hall of Fame. He's all right. I think it'll be a solid card, but I don't think anything crazy. Really quick, let me look at Turner and Kiner, because they might be better overall. Yeah, another card that's really good against lefties. And then for Kiner, I think Kiner's more well balanced. Let me see. Yeah, Kiner, good contact numbers, great power numbers, 85 clutch. So Kiner is probably the best hitter out of those bunch. But we're working on those. We'll get them done as we do them. But there's also the May spotlight. So this the spotlight for this week, Kyle Stowers. Good against righties, I guess. 91 clutch, nothing crazy. Wouldn't make the squad, but we got Stowers. We'll have the May spotlight pack to open up too. So a chance at another Tops Now or a spotlight. And then you have Zach Agnos, good hit per nine numbers, good clutch. And K per 9 and walk per 9 is not bad. Cutter, splitter, fastball, and sweeper that you can end up getting. And then Kyle Manzardo, good contact, pretty good power, and clutch is not bad. First baseman. So for these, go through the moments, get those done. You got the drop 1 missions, which is easier this time around because there's also double parallel XP. So you can kind of fly through these ones. And then we did a few stat missions. We got total bases with center fielders and extra base hits with right fielders. And I think that's all we had to do to finish up this program. So with that said, that was a program that we were doing. We finished up. We were working on a conquest. Now I'm at the point with conquest where, like, you guys can see we're not really doing the uniform ones. We don't have any of like the smaller boards left either. So I'm working on this one. Next time we get content, I'll finish it off. But some of the packs you see today are probably from this, just going through it. And the rest are from like XP path and stuff like that. So yeah, we're not really like trying to play conquest and all that stuff. But we'll take the rewards when we can. Like I said, we got a few packs to open up. So let's see, 16 show packs, 2 ballin. We got 2 Twitch drop. We have 3 headliners, a premier egg hunt pack, which is from the end of the second inning XP path. The looping phase, we got that before it ended. And then a Mother's Day pack and the May Spotlight. So really quick, let's just open up these headliners, see what headliner packs we are going to have a chance at. So pack 10. Where's the other 2? So we're looking for something good today. We don't really have another pack 10. We don't really have that much going on as far as packs go. So pack 9. So let's see. 16 show packs, we'll open them up. There's not that many, but if we pack a diamond, we'll show it off. Oh, we did get ourselves a diamond. Okay, let's see who we end up getting. Give me a right fielder. Oh, shortstop's good. Hey, Mookie. We'll take Mookie. Shortstop's actually good. See, like, we finally get an 88. But it's the 88 we already have. They could have gave me anyone else. Why not Bobby Witt? He's not an 88. But you know what I mean? Like, why not a Lindor? We get Mookie, though. So that definitely helps because we spent a good amount of stubs today. And we already have Mookie. So we will definitely sell that. 48,245 should do. So 48,245. Let's sell that card. But that's a nice pull for us. Old Atlanta. All right, last show pack. See if anything else comes out of these. But I would say the show packs were not bad today. Let's go Twitch drop really quick. We have 2 of these for whatever reason. Nothing there. We get, I think that was Webb at the end. And then another nothing. Mother's Day stuff. I think these are just equipments. Nothing crazy. These used to be like really good to invest in when you could sell them. But they made these no sells. So you can't really do nothing with them. We can open up this premier pack. Polanco would be nice. You know what I'm saying? What do we need? Shortstop? Oh, it's not second base. It's shortstop for Polanco, right? But that's McNeil either way, so it doesn't matter. Let's see. Give me something good. Second base again. Another McNeil. Okay. I love the dupes. Can we get a trifecta? Can we get Jeff McNeil again? That'd be kind of crazy. Polanco? Let's go. Let's go. We get Jorge Polanco. I don't know if I keep him or sell him, but that's an 89. That's some stubs for us. That's pretty good. That's definitely pretty good. 71K. And we spent a lot of stubs today. We also made a good amount of stubs. So we actually hit a big card. We actually hit a big card. That's really, really good for us. I like our packs today. Maybe we got to open more packs on Sundays. That might be our lucky day. Let's see. Ballin, nothing there. One more ballin to go. Let's see. We're kind of doing in the ballins too. Nothing. All right. Headliner pack 9 is Brandon Lowe. We would take it. We can't say no. Nothing there. Pack 10 is Willie Stargell. We got 2 of these. So 2 chances at a Willie Stargell card. No diamond there. Let's see what we get in this one. And nothing. All right, Strider. May Spotlight. We're looking for Garcia or Ober, I guess, for the spotlights. Both 91. So we're looking for blue lights. Blue lights would be kind of nice. Guaranteed diamond, though. And purple lights. So we didn't get, the spotlight cards. But a tops now will have to do. I think our packs weren't bad though. You know, we got Polanco, which was pretty nice, and we get Mookie. Our Mookie already sold. So really quick, we got to go through the marketplace a little bit because I got to tell you guys how I made my stubs. So I did explain this, you know, a couple no money spent videos ago, but let's see. These are I made a lot of stubs from the second inning bosses. Where are they at? So they're right here. So I didn't, like I said, I didn't mention this. We put around 600k stubs into the second inning bosses. So Josh Gibson, Bob Gibson, and Ken Griffey Jr. I think in total I got 27, you know, from the three. So like I think I had 11, 8, and 8 as far as, you know, the distribution and stuff goes. But we had 27 of the cards all together at around 23k. And I sold them pretty much the morning of Friday. So before the update came out and whatever. So I sold them for around 36, 37k. And we made about 250k stubs. I'll show you guys my completed orders too. But we also got Aaron Judge. We bought him. He's very expensive. But I need Judge in order to get Scott Rolen. So you're going to see my completed orders right now. I also got Stanton 2 from Weekend Classic, which I haven't played yet. But, you know, that's why we're getting Scott Rolen. So we can use him for Weekend Classic, see how all that stuff goes. But we get Judge right here. We sold, or we had to buy a few other players to do these collections. And then this is where I'm selling these cards. So 36, 37k. They were good profits. We pretty much got like 10k per player. And then I'll have to show you guys where we bought them. And I actually told you guys to buy them before I even bought them. But we bought them on the 6th. So some at, no, yeah, around 23k we got these. 23k right there. And then, yeah, I bought a whole bunch here. So like I said, we put like 600k into them. And after I sold everything, is that everything? Yeah, after I sold everything, I was at 900k. And then I was like, we might as well just buy Aaron Judge because one, he's our favorite player. I don't even know if I'll actually use him, to be honest. But, you know, we still got him. And then two, we can actually make some progress towards collections. So with making like 250k stubs off of the second inning bosses, we invested well. We made a lot of stubs. And now, you know, we also, you know, packing Mookie kind of helped us. Again, we need these 88s. It would have been nice to get like Ketel Marte, you know, a Francisco Lindor. That would have been a little bit better. That could have helped towards other collections. But, you know, we get Mookie for some extra stubs. And then we just got a big card, I guess, you know, in Polanco. So that's 70k. That definitely helps us out. We might even sell him because I don't really feel like I need this card. You know, not that it's a bad card, but I don't really feel like I need it. You know, he definitely could maybe start for us. This is one we have to think about. Definitely have to think about. But now that we have it, it's like a 70k card that we don't have to lock in or anything. We definitely can sell it if we want to. But that was definitely probably one of our better pulls of the year. So now going on to our collections, we got to start off with live series. So now that we got Aaron Judge, we're going to lock this in and we're going to get this 90 Paul O'Neill card, which we need for the standout series. That's kind of why we had to do this. But O'Neill himself is not even that bad because he has 107 clutch, so good contact numbers. Power is kind of low. Defense and whatnot is okay. I mean, do we use him? Probably not at this point, but he's still a solid card. So Yankees collection is done. We still got quite a few teams to go, but still the big cards. But by finishing up the Yankees, we're also going to get 91 Darren O'Day, which is another standout series card, which we need. And O'Day probably could make the lineup, you know, the rotation, the bullpen, good hit per 9, good clutch, which is obviously very important. And K per 9 and walk per 9 numbers are pretty good. Slider, sinker, circle change, four seam, got the submarine motion. You know, it's definitely solid. So we get O'Neill, which helps us get Darren O'Day. So we finish up the AL East. Is that our first collection? No, we did the Central too. Yeah, we did the Central for Ted Simmons, which I haven't really used that much. But yeah, I mean, we're getting close. Like, if I really wanted to, I have enough stubs right now to do the American League. But I also want to keep my stubs. You know, we have 500K. I want to keep them just in case of flash sale. You know, we have to have stubs for flash sales and just chances to invest in stubs so we can make more stubs. I don't want to be at 0 stubs and then not be able to make stubs. So we gotta be able to make stubs when we can. Now with getting those, this is where we try to finish up this collection. So we got our last 8 tops now. So I think we got like 2 or 3 from this last program that we did, and then we just bought a few because they were pretty cheap. So these are pretty much the cards we have for here if you guys want to look. But yeah, most of these you can end up just getting for free anyways just by playing the game. But we still went out and bought a couple extra. So that was tops now. Spotlight, we actually got all of these for free. So we didn't go out and buy any of these guys, but we're going to lock in this Pavin Smith, which we got in pretty much the big Spotlight program. We just got Stowers. And then most of these other guys are just from completing the Spotlight stuff. So we're going to get our 12th one with that one, get that voucher. And then next we have the standout. So this is why we had to go out and get Aaron Judge so we can get Darren O'Day and Paul O'Neill. And that's going to give us 5. I could have waited for like Trevor Story to go down and then get like Mike Trout, which would have been cheaper. You know, we definitely could have done that, or get like Posada for catcher, which probably is, you know, he's definitely a usable catcher. We could have had him for a while. But we went out and got Judge. You know we can make our stubs, and we probably got to make more stubs anyways. But you know, we know what we're doing, even though we're slacking a little bit with collections. And then the last one we did is actually All Stars, because second half heroes we pretty much would have had to. Actually, we could have done this probably cheaper too. We would have had to got Tatis and Ketel Marte, and then picked up Sutton and Ibanez and Sandberg, I believe, and someone else, and Pudge. You know, that would have been the 6, would have been the cheaper route, but I'd rather have Judge and Darren O'Day than I guess these guys, you know. So we did the All-Star collection. We picked up Stanton, which again is a Weekend Classic reward. We'll probably, hopefully, get that card anyways so we can get reimbursed with our stubs. And then, you know, we got Chipper from World Series. We got Yelich from the program. Kluber and Correa are pretty cheap right now because they did rewind packs, but we already had them. You know, Albies is from XP. We picked up Kerry Wood, Robin Yount, you know. So a lot of these cards we kind of do get for free, but we also we probably spent like, what, 30, 40K to just finish up the collection. So we get 31, we get the voucher for All-Star, and with that, you know, we got our 18. So we get 99 Scott Rolen here. Obviously, on paper, he's going to be the best card that we have on our team because he's a 99. He's our first 99 that we're going to end up getting. 107 contact versus righties, 103 versus lefties, 90 power versus righties, 115 versus lefties, 109 clutch, really good. Great defender, 65 speed. I'm hoping his swing is nice. You know, I'm hearing like mixed reviews, but he's a 99. He's going to be in that lineup. You know, we're just going to ride or die with him for now since we're getting him. But like I said, we're going to play our Weekend Classic games with him, and hopefully he's good. But, you know, we got him. That's our first 99 of the year, being Scott Rolen. It's a good looking card, and hopefully we do well with him. All right, so with that said, you know, we get our first 99. Big card to get. We can show off our team. Like I said, this will probably be our Weekend Classic team now. Actually, I don't even know what we do because now we got Polanco that can play second. You know, he's definitely an option. He is he better? I don't know. See, if like McMahon's good for us, then we definitely don't need Polanco. Obviously, a switch hitter is always nice. But honestly, this McMahon card isn't even that bad. You know, as far as like the attributes go, he's just as good and if not better than Polanco. So we'll figure that part out. Chipper, I don't know if he goes on the bench or not. We'll kind of have to figure that part out too. But Scott Rolen's definitely going to be playing third base for us. And then we might also have to put Aaron Judge out here because good contact numbers, got the power numbers, and he definitely has better clutch, I would assume, than Corbin Carroll. So, yeah, Judge is probably going to be our right fielder, which he probably should be since we just spent pretty much $400K for him. So this is probably going to be the lineup for our weekend classic, which is looking pretty good. For catcher, we might go back to Jason Varitek too. You know, we'll see how Soderstrom does in a couple games. But yeah, we definitely got options now. You know, Chipper can come off the bench. Joey Bats has been really nice for us. Santander is not bad. And then we got Carroll now off the bench. We could even use Stanton because he has great power numbers. I always like his swing. We got Yelich. Like we got lots of options, you know, to figure it out. But that is our main squad as of now. And then this will probably be our rotation. And then bullpen, you know, now that we got Darren O'Day, I feel like you got to replace someone. Maybe just Kopech, because Kopech only has a 3-pitch mix. So yeah, I like where the squad is. We also get a little bit closer to live series collections. You know, we'll wait for the right time to, you know, hopefully make some more stubs and whatnot. But yeah, today we get 99 Scott Rolen. We finish up, you know, one major collection, which is kind of surprising that we finished that up before like a live series collection, because that's still a lot of stubs. But we did get a lot of those cards for free, so it just happened to work that way. But Scott Rolen is on the squad. Yeah, that's gonna do it for this one. Nothing else to really go over. Our packs weren't even that bad. We got 2 pretty high overall cards that go for some stubs, so we'll take that for today also. But let me know what you guys think about the content, and then if you guys have been packing anything good. But until the next one, which will be like a weekend classic recap, thank you guys for watching, and I'm out.